Hello, this is Mike Drop 5 checking in with some updates on the market and just some of the setups that I see right now and my general perspective on what's going on. So, real quick, we're here on the ES. As you can see, we've hit that long-term downtrend line. I'm not a big diagonal line kind of guy, but you got to pay attention when you got something like this going on. It's also coinciding with the 200 MA. So with all of this in mind, we know that the S&P is testing resistance right now. And that's a very simple thing. Like if all you ever did as a trader was pay attention to whether the S&P was testing support or resistance, that would give you a very good compass in terms of, how to weight your portfolio in terms of hedging long or short. For me personally, I always take I take trades in both directions, long and short, whenever I see good setups. But when we get to a point like this, that's when I am not very hedged. Let's just say that. Like today, I closed out the majority of my long positions and calls, and I'm pretty much about 90% short at the moment, which is heavily unhedged for me. And then waiting to see if this thing breaks. And if it does, yeah, I'll lose a bit of money, but trading is about risk and reward. And when you see stuff like this, the risk reward is definitely in your favor to be short, or at least net short. So that's what I am, heavily net short right now. And then, so let's just go into some of these charts real quick here. So let's go to, okay. So I'm looking at, I've talked in other videos about how to set up this screener. If you guys want to know again how to do it, just drop some comments and I'll respond. But just going through this, one thing you can see right off the bat is here we have 25 pages of what my short scanner came up with. Now these aren't all good shorts by any stretch. The majority of them are not trades I would take. However, there's a lot of nuggets in there, and that just the fact that we're getting 25 pages of results is information. It's not something to trade off, but I think it's like worth noting versus going over here to the long setups. Let's see, which we have 10 pages of. So and again, these are not all good long setups. Probably very few of them are good, especially right here. Maybe a few. This one looks interesting, but from afar, I guess we have to jump it. Oh, it's real estate. No, I'm not going to touch that one. Nah, forget it. So anyway, yeah, that's the general idea. Now, if we dig in, because I haven't actually looked at the, just knowing where the S&P is right now, I haven't really looked at the short setups yet for today and just seen what's here. But this one looks interesting. Like when you look through these, at least what I'm looking for, just as a real general thing, is I'm looking for some big impulse move down on for a short setup. I'm looking for a big impulse move down followed by a retest of some level at or near that top, right? So as a real general rule, without getting into all kinds of nuances of price action, this one catches my eye because I see this thing and I see a return, like we're testing, and then we're going to confirm rejection and probably dump based on that one this big move here. So yep, this one looks pretty good. They could take it all the way to here to retest this level here, which wouldn't surprise me. But this is here, let's go to the weekly. Yeah, it just looks like we're on a Thursday right now, and I'm expecting this weekly on the S&P not to close above that downward trend line. So this looks pretty good for a short. Like I might enter a little bit here and then scatter orders up all the way up to probably here would be where my orders are. But I'll take a little bit of an entry here on this one, I think. And you can see that, this was a lower low and now we're coming all the way up. And I'm going to go into something, maybe I'll do it here, I don't know. But I have this whole theory on what I call a bullet catch pattern. And it's just my own little way of looking at things. When you see This isn't a very good example, but it's sort of an example. When you see a large sort of gradual rounding and then change in direction, followed by a very impulsive, tiny little sproutling move that goes back up to retest, usually you want to chop down those little weeds because they're weak. Because this was a long conversation, and this is a very impulsive, short conversation that is challenging all of this, right? I'll get more into it, and I'll show more examples in future videos, but this is sort of one. Anyway, the risk reward here is good. So that's what we're really trading when we open positions. We're always looking at risk reward, at least traders that want to be profitable. So I think in this situation, the risk reward's really good as far as, maybe if the market blasts off and this is truly a bottom, which I don't believe it is, but it could be. Worst comes to worst, your stop loss is here. You get hit. That's okay. As long as the majority of your trades work out, getting your stops hit is no big deal. And and then so first PT on this, it's kind of hard to say. Like you could almost argue, like this might be first PT. Yeah, it's already done that. Okay, so I guess here, that would be first PT. Risk reward from here to here should be at least 3 times as the distance from here to your stop, which I'm not sure that is actually. So I might, as long as your orders are scattered up into here, then your risk reward is going to be better. So anyway, this one's not the greatest. I would give it like a B+, but I still might take a small position on this. I don't know if we want to go through a bunch of these. I got a few other ones like Walmart. Let me pull up Walmart here. So this is Walmart. I think I posted this trade on my subreddit, price action trades. You can see there was this big move here. There's this giant impulse move down, and now we're testing highs. So I started grabbing some right in here. Didn't get to film all of my orders, but I have a small position on it based on just it hitting right here. It could do this, bounce from this level of support and go up to here and then reject. Since it already did break this level right here, or did it? Maybe. Did it close? No, it actually didn't close. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Where was that level? Yeah, okay, there. We got this from here, and it did not close. Yeah, this is looking pretty good for a top. Even if it does wick up into here, you should have orders all the way up into here. And it bounced. Oh, man. Yeah, it's giving you another opportunity right now. So, this wouldn't be the worst entry, although I'd keep it real small position if you're going to enter here and then have stuff kind of up into this range. Not financial advice, by the way. Just my thoughts. All right. This is going over here to probably test, and then at the very least, if it rejects here, I would expect it to come down here. So this is my first profit target right here on Walmart. And let's go back to the scanner here, because I want to see if we can find some more in real time here for you guys. So I am only looking for puts today. I'm only looking for shorts and puts, because I don't want to take any longs at major resistance points on the S&P. So let's go back here. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog barking. She's a little bit crazy right now. See this one here? I might have actually, yeah, I think I'm already in a short on this. So this one broke this, so it made a lower low here, and now we're coming back to retest highs. Like, this actually looks pretty good. This doesn't look too bad for a short here. Although, where's your stop loss going to go? Is it going to go here? Probably, and you might get stopped out. I'd rather be stopped out with minimal loss than to put my stop loss up here on this one. Because realistically, if it gets up here, it's probably going to make a new high. So this is your stop loss right here. But yeah, like from a risk reward standpoint, this kind of makes sense. This was a lower low, not by much, but it definitely showed that they could get below this. So yeah, I like it. I might add to my position actually. I think I shorted it here on the last one I did. That's where I grabbed my short. I had a really nice entry on this, and now it's like I took most of my profit, but I still have a little position, so I might just re-add. Here we go. This is AMD, right? Oh wow, they've already dropped it in the. Oh, nice. That means my puts are up. This is great. So, yeah, I grabbed some puts up in here today. All right. I think this pretty much sums it up. S&P's at resistance. AMD looks like it's at resistance, also going into these supply zones, confirmed with a huge amount of activity in the options flow. So the put call ratio is crazy in favor of puts right now on this for the 120 January 20th 70 strike, but all the strikes on January 20th are pretty much really heavily. There's just a lot of volume coming in on puts. Makes total sense based on this. This is distribution. If they close above that wick right there, if they close the weekly tomorrow above here, I'd be nervous. If they don't, then, probably going to close it down here. Just my take on things right now. Could I take a loss tomorrow and into next week because the market just rallies and goes crazy? Yeah, sure. But if you're trading risk reward, you have to take trades at moments like these. You have to notice when the S&P is testing major resistance, which it is, and that tells you like risk reward is highly in favor of puts and shorts right now. So there were people that were shorting down here, that was not the place. There were people that shorted all the way up, and I've been short since here, net short. I don't think there's been a point where I've been net long, except for maybe one. I think I was net long here for a second, but it was very brief. So yeah, this is what I think is going to happen. The S&P is testing resistance right now. We are probably going to end up coming down to test this level, most likely. If it blasts and closes a weekly candle, I'm talking about a weekly candle, not a daily candle. If it closes a weekly above this, then yeah, all bets are off. Actually, the real level, even forget this line. Like, this is important to a lot of people, but not as much to me as this level right here. If we close above this level, a weekly candle, then yeah, I'm at that point looking at, okay, we're going to test highs somewhere up higher, because this is your really most important level on the weekly chart right here. Right now, trend is down. If we get above this, that is no longer the case, at least in the short term. Once again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to know how to trade price action better, I don't have any kind of course or anything like that, but I can direct you to where I learned, and that is Trader Sumo and Market Traders TV. And yeah, I hope your trades go well this week, and keep an eye on the weekly close tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. I think we have seen the local top, and if we close above, then I'll be wrong, and I will be changing my positions accordingly. So once again, this is Mike Drop 5. I'm signing off, and may all your trades be bangers.